So as we continue to talk about apologetics, I wanted to share briefly here tonight on the importance of wrestling with the text. If you're going to study, if you're going to grow, if you're going to share the gospel, whether it's with believers or non-believers, you're going to have to learn how to wrestle with tough text in the Bible. You've got to learn how to sit and wrestle with passages in the Bible that deal with racism, rape, slavery, genocide, the destruction of children, particularly those boys in 2 Kings chapter 2. You've got to sit and you've got to wrestle with that, because there are people out here who have read the Bible, or they are aware of these events being in the Bible, and they take much gripe with God, considering just topics like these. And there are others. But if you and I are going to make disciples, you and I have to sit with this, and we have to talk to God and ask God to explain to us what this is, why this happens. We have to remember that everything that is described is not prescribed, okay? We also have to consider that some of these very same things happened in other civilizations. People are just more critical because they're in the Bible. And so they hold these not only against God, but those who believe in him and who follow Christ. So this is my encouragement. Sit with the hard text. If you're a person who's afraid to ask questions when you're studying, you're not going to grow. You will not grow. You're going to have to sit with it, with these hard passages. Ask God to give you the clarity, give you wisdom. You may never get understanding of why God does what he does. But you need to have an understanding of these things if you're going to talk to other people who may confront you and ask you about these questions. People who may be upset, they're angry, they're frustrated, they're irritated with God, a God who would allow these things to happen. You're going to have to sit with, babies dying, because there are people, atheists, for example. Most atheists are upset with God because something that they think God should have done, he didn't do. So therefore, now they don't believe in him. He can't exist. People who are upset because, their marriage didn't work out, or they lost that baby that they were expecting. That loved one was not healed. They didn't recover. They were in a tragic accident. Something bad happened. And so God has been blamed, and they can point out things in the scripture to pinpoint why they feel the way that they feel. You and I, disciples, followers, still have to share the gospel with those who will listen. And so you and I have got to be willing to sit with God and take in, so that we can share these hard passages from the scripture and make disciples. Hope this encourages you. Bye-bye.